Hello boys and girls, it's Jill again and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to a very big family dinner and I wanted to look extra special. I wanted to have something very bright on my eyes because I have been craving for some color lately. I have been doing really simple looks for myself during the past time. So I wanted something very colorful and I knew I wanted something blue. So this is what I created and it's kind of out there and it's crazy and I love it, absolutely love it. When I started this look, I had no idea how it's gonna turn out. I just knew that, as I said, I wanted it to be blue. So what I did, I just turned on the camera and I decided I'll just film it and whatever goes, goes, so you can see where I make mistakes and how I fix them and all that good things. So yeah. This is the video that I've prepared for you today. I hope you like it, and if you want to know exactly step by step how I created this look, then keep on watching. Hi! So I wanted to show you how I'm going to create this look, and actually, besides the fact that I'm going to be using blue eyeshadows, I have absolutely no idea how it's going to look like in the end. So we'll just go on this adventure, you know, we're risky. I'm going to be starting with using a primer because lately I have been having issues with the texture of my skin, and I'm going to be using my all-time favorite, which is this one. It's the Smashbox oil-free primer. I'm going to apply it all over my skin now. Next, I'm going to be applying a foundation, and I actually have a recent favorite. I've only had it for a couple of days, but I'm really liking it, especially because it has a wonderful coverage and it just glides so smoothly onto my skin. And this is the Guerlain Parure Extreme foundation. I have the shade 02 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 02. So I'm going to be using 2 pumps, dotting all over my face. And applying using my kabuki brush. I'm going to be applying my concealer and powder later on after I do my eyes in case of any fallouts. And the next step I'm going to be doing is my eyes. And the first thing I want to do is to apply my Painterly Paint Pot on top of my eyelids, all over them. Next, I remembered that I haven't applied any kind of lip balm on my lips and they're super dry today, and because I am going to a big family dinner, I want to look at my best and I don't want them to be choppy or, you know, flaky, so, because I want my lipstick to look great on top of it. So I'm going to be applying my MAC Prep+Prime Lips now before I get any further with my makeups, to allow the lip balm to stick into my lips and make them soft and beautiful. Next, for the brows, I actually ran out of my MAC's lingering eyebrow pencils, so what I'm going to be using is this MAC's Omega eyeshadow, which looks good on my brows, so it doesn't matter. I am using MAC's 208 angle brush, and this is a great one for doing your brows. Okay, so the next step is going to be to apply a black liner on my upper lash line, and I don't want it to be anything too precise or too neat looking because I'm gonna smudge it anyways, and I'm using my Jade black kohl pencil, the everlasting one, and you can see that I have been loving this product a lot. Okay, so you can see now I have this big thick black line on my eyelids, and what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take this pencil brush, this is the one by MAC 219, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna smudge it upwards, and while I'm gonna be smudging it, I'm gonna be smudging it in this direction. I mean, I want the most smoky part, the most black part to be smudged towards the outer part of my eye, because later on when I layer shadows on top of it, it would just look better and smokier, and it would make our job so much easier. Okay, now for the fun part, the eyeshadows, and I'm gonna be starting with two eyeshadows from an Wet n Wild trio, and this is called On Cloud 9. It looks like this. I'm gonna be taking the lightest shade here, it's almost a pearlescent blue, and I'm gonna apply it on the inner third of my eye using a flat shader brush. Next, I'm going to be using my custom-made Inglot palette, and I'm going to be using this vibrant blue shade and apply it on the outer 2/3 of my eye using the same flat shader brush, just flipped on the other side. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to come back to the same Wet n Wild trio. I'm going to take the mid-tone blue right over here on a blending brush, and this is just MAC 217, and I'm gonna blend in the seam between the two colors I've already applied and blend them in all nicely together, so you won't be able to see that I used several shades. After that, I'm gonna use the same shade to blend everything on the upper rim. As you can see, it's quite obvious where the eyeshadows have ended, and I want to blend it out. And now all I have to do is to see which colors are brighter on which eye and to perfect it. Now I can see that this eye is a bit lighter, so I'm gonna go back with this vibrant blue and add just a little bit on the outer corner and blend again. I'm gonna take just a smidge of the lightest blue color and go over the inner corners. And for the final touch, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade All Night Blue, and I'm going to apply it very gently using a very little detail brush on the outer V of my eye and blending it in. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the same blue and apply it on my lower lash line using a smudging brush. Okay, we're almost done with the eyes. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this MAC chromagraphic pencil and apply it to my inner rim. Now's the time to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. I'm going to be using my Lancome Hypnose Drama one. Okay, so now it's time to perfect, and I didn't have a lot of fallout, but I do have some smudging from me pulling down my skin, so I'm gonna take just a half pump of my foundation and apply it in those areas of my cheekbones. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take a little Q-tip and a little bit of a makeup remover, and I'm gonna sharpen the edges of my liners. Now for the concealer, and I'm going to be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay one. To set everything, I'm going to be using my MAC Select Sheer Cover Powder, and I'm using the shade NC15. I'm going to use the puff that comes along with the compact and just apply it gently on top of the concealer. As an all-over powder, I'm going to be using a different product. Now, I do have a very strong theme going on my eyes, and I don't want to overdo it with contouring and blushing and things like that. What I do want is a little bit of sheen because my complexion is very matte because of the foundation I used. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Touche Eclat illuminating pen and illuminate my under eye area. Next, I'm going to take my Shiseido Illuminating, and this is a multitasking stick. It has a very light pearlescent pink shade, and I'm going to apply it on tops of my cheekbones because I want this sheen to be popping through the contouring and blush. The contour and the blush, I wanted them to be in similar shades because I want to create the illusion of a natural shadow rather than creating a shadow and then applying blush on top of the cheekbones that I just built. So, since I'm going to be using a very light pinky shade of blush, which is Dainty by MAC, I wanted to create a shadow that will be more on the purpley side of colors, and I didn't have quite a purpley one, but I did have this one, which is a gorgeous plummy shade by Clinique, and this is their 01 Black Honey blusher, and as you can see it goes ombre, so you can actually choose more of which shade you want to take. I'm gonna be taking this shade right here in the middle and playing with the dark and light as I go. I'm gonna be using my Dior blush brush for that. Whatever is left on the brush, I'm gonna apply on the temples of my face. A little bit of Dainty. As the final touch for the face, I'm going to be using my Caudalie Beauty Elixir and spritz it all over my face to set everything together. While it's drying, I want to apply something on my lips, and I was actually thinking about what I want on my lips because I have so much going on my eyes and I have pinky cheeks, but I actually didn't want to go with something pinky because I didn't want that all bombshell look. So I chose a corally shade, yes, and this is this one, which I have been talking about a lot on my blog, which is at makeup-magazine.com if you want to check it out. And this is in the Rouge in Love shade 322M, and I really like it. Now, what I'm doing with it, I take Dior's lip liner in Sparkling Beige, apply it all over my lips, and then tap with my finger this lipstick on top. And the look that it created is a very subtle pout. Now you can see a hint of color, so it's not completely nude and it doesn't have any pinky tint to it, which I like with the blue eyes. So I really like it. It's a little bit, yeah, I'm kind of subtle and I'm nudish, but not really, so right up my alley. The final touch is for the face, and I did want to use my Meteorites by Guerlain, and I have the shade 01. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open it, take the puff out, close again, shake a little bit so they can release their pigment, and using a very large buffer brush. I'm gonna apply it lightly all over my face. And this is the finished look, guys. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will recreate it at home, because I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous look, especially if you're going out clubbing or for a nice family event or something like that. I think it's just gorgeous. So yeah, if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, then please give us a big thumbs up, and please go over to my blog to see a list of products used, and I do reviews and I do a lot of things that are very interesting on my blog. Just go to makeup-magazine.com and I'll see you there. Bye!